Hail Hecate, may I ever be passionate. May I be kind to myself and others. May I act with integrity. Guardian, light my way. Guide, show me how. Gatekeeper, open the way to a magical life. Welcome. My name is Glennis. I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for Wednesday Witch's Brew. I just read just a wee bit out of Cindy Brannan's book, Keeping Her Keys. And that's just a very small prayer to Hecate. I have had a few of you ask about how I came to work with her and my relationship with her and things like that, and I've got something on me. But let's see if I can get through this without being, you know, kind of going back and forth and boring you guys a bit. My life, which encompasses many years, when I was younger, let's just put it this way. It seems in all of my life, until the last 25 or so years, I have been at the virtual crossroads. I mean, it's just been one thing after another, a piece of drama after another, some good, most bad. And you know, in hindsight, looking back and looking way back, to me it seems like she's been reaching out for a very long time. I was just too stupid to, you know, kind of wake up and smell the coffee, so to speak. And it wasn't until I reached another crossroads, probably 3 or 4 years ago. And again, a lot of things were going on. There was a lot of transitions happening, career, you know, moving locations, things like that. And there was just so much going on, so much drama going on. And there was a lot of other stuff going on too. But, and finally I got to the point where I thought I was settled, you know, settled. And of course I moved again, and I sold a home and I went into renting another home, and I had not even moved in like a stick of anything into the house, and I pulled into the house and I got out of my vehicle, and this big huge black hound came. Of course this home at the time was on like several acres, but this hound came running, charging me, and it was a huge dog, and so I'm like, well, wow, you know, and that was my first cue in. Of course, there's been other things that have happened too. There's been many times. Of course, you guys know I hike extensively, and definitely I go off the beaten path. That nature has reached out to me as far as animals are concerned. And I'm not talking about kitties and puppies and things like that. I'm talking about wild creatures have, you know, come and presented themselves basically at me. And then this has happened just simply repeatedly every time I go out onto a hike. And I got to the point where I would be hiking and I would see, I think, probably the same animal. And it approached, and I got to the point where I'm going to approach. And so I'm definitely going off the beaten path and going up into their territory. And I was hiking with someone else, and they're like going, you really need to be careful. And I'm pretty sure they probably thought I was going to get attacked. But I didn't, of course. And so for me, it was, not only was it a sign, a clear sign, coming towards me. And this person recognized it. They practiced, a little bit, but they recognized what was going on. And that was when I started delving way, way deeper into Hecate and working with Hecate. And I find, and that's how she came to me, is in animals. And she still, I can say that there's never an end for when she comes to you. So you can't say, well, she showed herself and that's it. Because, even as something as simple as picking up this book by Cindy Brannon, and as I've read through it, and looked through it, and I've gotten just, I've had it for a while, but again, this is one of these things that it takes a year, and I'm going to take my time. But as it turns out, just in the beginning of the reading of this book, I find that for many years, and I'm talking many years, I have been trying very, very hard to live the kind of life, practice the kind of magic that I think that she would be happy about. As you know, November is virtually, well, by now it's over, but November, I've spent all of November in honor of Hecate. I have volunteered, I have donated, I have done everything that I can do, but my reality is that every single day of the year, I do in honor of Hecate. She has always been there for me, always, and somehow, I can't explain it, but somehow has, been there kind of beside me, behind me, guiding me along the way. When someone has done me wrong, when you work with Hecate, you don't say, go get them, or I really want to punish them, or whatever. The reality is that she already knows what's happening anyway. And I know I've said it before, but I let her take care of it, or take care of whomever. She delves out punishment way harsher than I would ever. Well, I can't say that, but I let her do her thing, and she lets me do mine. Now, you guys know I lean way, I guess I should do it this way, way left. And I try not to, but the reality is I am not Wiccan by any stretch of the imagination. So I'll just leave it at that. But that's how I knew that she came. Is, my life has been a series of crossroads. Thankfully, by the way that I have lived my life, with integrity as much as I can, and donating and volunteering and rescuing and things like that, I think that she has approved in what I have done. And so in that respect, I am supporting her and she is supporting me. I have been on a series of jobs over the past year or two, and some that have just scared the stew out of me, thinking, and of course that's my own insecurities. Am I good enough to do this? Can I do this? Whatever. And that's why I start my day with her, is to say, thank you for another day. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm going to live my day as you would and you would approve. And so as to not embarrass her or embarrass myself. And I've asked her for strength, and she has given me more strength than you guys would ever imagine. So, you know, I really hope that I have answered your questions. I don't know. I mean, I think with Hecate, she comes to you as only you can perceive her. I really hope that makes sense to you. That's how she presented herself to me. And if you're very, very serious about working with her, then I would definitely suggest doing this. I would so suggest doing this. This will bring so many things into the proper light for you to work with her. I but like I said, I start my day I'm thankful that I woke up, and thanking her for her strength that she has given me in all of my life's changes, because you guys already know I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and my day is never ever the same. I never have one day that, okay, I'm going to drive here, I'm going to drive here. My days are always different every single day. So the only thing for me that stays ever the same is maybe college football Saturday, and again, that's getting ready to end pretty much. So, you know, with that, I do ask her for strength, because again, nothing with me is routine, and I'd like to think that's one of the things that keeps me maybe feeling a little bit younger than what I actually am, because I am challenged every single day. So, but you know, thank you guys so much for joining me for Wednesday Witches Brew. Again, if whatever questions you have or suggestions, I'm always happy to hear you guys out and answer any questions that I possibly can. So definitely leave them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to. And again, I am in no way, shape, or form an authority on any one thing. But if I can answer you or maybe put it in a different perspective, then I will be more than happy to. And if it's something private, then definitely I'll put my email below, and we can go from there. You're always welcome to email me. I may not be able to answer them individually, but I can definitely answer them here. But you guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. And with that, I will say merry part, and I so hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.